Hi everyone, this is module number 231 for the subject of organizational change. So best practices model of change. As I said that there are many best practices model of change, and at this point in time our focus is best practices, and we will talk about the analytical models or contingency models later on. So one of the most famous model is known as PROCE model of change. So, what is the Procy-Edgar model of change? Uh, that suggests the best approach model, and you can see that there is now context of the organization, and it is suggesting you 5 steps. So, the first step is that is Edgar model. A is for awareness. So, awareness for the need of change. According to this best practice model, the first thing is the awareness for the need of change. That is what need to be changed, or that can include what need to be changed. What are the factors or issues in the organization? So that can be the part of awareness. For example, I said sometimes in the past about the Nokia. Were Nokia aware that it need to be changed? Or there are certain issues in the organization that need to be addressed. So the best practices approaches go this way. So according to this model, unless you don't have an awareness or understanding of something need to be changed in the organization, there is no way you can bring a change or you can go to the next step. So what is the next step? So D is for desire to support the change. You know that there is something that need to be changed in the organization. Do you have a desire to support that change? For example, as an HR professional, you have realized that the culture of the organization is very informal, and you want to bring some formality in the processes, how things work in this organization. And you want to bring some kind of formality. And you realize that that thing need to be changed. Now, do you have a desire to bring that change or to support that change? If you cannot realize or conceptualize in terms of organizations, you can also conceptualize in terms of yourself as an individual. You are also aware of some kind of changes needed in you. For example, the development of new skills, the enhancement of qualification, or change of some habits. But you don't have a desire to change those things. So desire is important. Once you are aware, the second thing is desire for the change. You may leave something as it is, and you may think that, or you may consider that thing not that much important, although you realize that that thing need to be changed. So knowledge of how to change. So K is for knowledge of how to change. You are aware of what need to be changed. Let's assume that. And you have a desire to support that change. That is the second step. But you need knowledge to how to make that change. You need an understanding. You need skills and abilities. You need some information how to change or how to change those things which you have realized. So if you don't have a knowledge, you have the awareness, you have the desire. If you don't have the knowledge, certainly you cannot bring or make that thing to change. So A is ability to demonstrate the skills and behavior. So behavior is your actions, and when your skills are multiplied, so we say that okay, this is now you are putting some efforts, and now you are motivated, and now you are showing your concerns to bring that change. And lastly, reinforcements to make the change stuck. So stuck is very key word here, because you have realized something to be changed, you have a desire to change, you acquired that knowledge, and you have or had that ability, or you develop that ability. Now you have to reinforce from one stable state to another stable state. For example, now that change has occurred or that change has happened in your organization, it is very likely that the things may go back to the same situation or the past situation. So, the reinforcement needs some type of strategies or some type of tactics that will help you to stuck or to stay with that change or to ensure that that change is or that change does not go back to the previous stage or the past stage. So if you look at this module, for example, you want to change the culture of the organization and you have slightly uh, made some changes, and as a result you have been successful in making those changes, it is very likely that people would like to, or people may be comfortable in going back to the same situation, same habits or same beliefs or same processes of working. So reinforcement is critical, because if you do not reinforce, there is a very likelihood that things will go back. So reinforcement could be through rewards and punishment. So those strategies can help an organization to sustain or to stay at the new change. So if you look at the Proceed car model, this is one of the very famous best practices model. And you can see that these are the best practices because it is telling you a process. So you have to be aware, first thing, then you have a desire, and your organization can adopt that. Why we say that this is a best practice model? That it is a recipe for every organization that wants to make any change in anything in their organization. For example, you want to change the strategy, the structure, the technology, or the mission statement. Okay, this is what the recipe is. So this model seems that it should work in reality or in practice, but however, critical scholars have maintained that it has ignored the reality of organizational life, that awareness and desire and knowledge, it does not work in the same way. But however, advocates of this model suggest that this is how organizations have successfully made the changes in them. Thank you.